The Path to Authenticity is brought to you by GIA Miami. Founded by world-class mental health experts, GIA provides advanced care for difficult-to-treat conditions, including anxiety, medication-resistant depression, and obsessive-compulsive disorder. Using state-of-the-art methods, GIA can help people recover from conditions when more traditional approaches can't. Dr. Antonello Bonci has assembled an expert team serving international clientele in a modern and resplendent Miami setting. If you or someone you love is suffering from depression, anxiety, OCD, or other mental health concerns, call GIA at 833-713-0828. You can learn more about GIA by clicking the link in the show notes or by visiting giamiami.com.
Thank you for listening to The Path to Authenticity. My name's Tom Gentry. I think of this show as the opposite of small talk. You'll hear real conversations with real people who know who they are. We talk about what makes them who they are, how they became who they are, and how we might become truer expressions of who we are. If it's your first time here, thanks for checking it out. If not, thanks for coming back. I'm Tom Gentry, and this is The Path to Authenticity, episode 189 for August 23rd, 2022. My mom's birthday. So, this is the first... Well, it's another one of the 20 questions formatted episodes, but it's a sequence of several that I'm doing with friends who I made on the Clubhouse app. And this one's with Jenna Malyon, who lives in Ontario. And I had her on the podcast a while back for a bona fide interview. And I also had her on an episode of this other show that I've been slowly releasing called How It Happened. And I was taking a look at the numbers earlier today, and a lot of people have listened to that episode of Jenna telling her story. I was really happy with it. And it was the first time she ever did this, the night that I recorded it. So Jenna's just become a very good friend. Have a lot of love for her. I'm proud of her. She's got she's got a lot of spine, this girl. And I think you're going to enjoy it. So here you go. Jenna Malyon. If your life were a novel, what would be the title?
This is the only question that I actually remembered you asking someone else. So I think I would go with A Look Inside and 2 dots, Buckle Up.
A Look Inside and then what now?
Buckle Up.
Buckle Up. Okay, A Look Inside, Buckle Up. Okay, I got you. Where were you born?
I was born in Cornwall, Ontario.
Okay, and where do you live, for those of us who don't know?
I still live in Cornwall.
Okay. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I really wanted to be a teacher.
And what is your profession?
My profession right now, I work for my parents, so it's like a construction company, so it's kind of hard to say exactly. You do a lot. Like, I do a lot of things in the office. I do a lot of estimating and yeah. But I did go to school. I did my BA in psych, and my master's in counseling, hopefully returning someday.
Okay, so that weaves into my next question. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Yeah, no, I think I would like to get back into like the mental health field. I'm just not exactly sure in what yet.
Okay. What's your favorite quote?
Ooh, I have so many of them. Oh, God, you're going to put me on the spot here, eh?
Yeah, for like 17 more questions.
I think what comes to mind right now is live and let live.
That's a big one. Will you call like every individual member of my family and just say that to all of them, please?
I will if you can call all the ones in my family.
Okay. My family's bigger, I guarantee it. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie would have to be, I said, A Walk to Remember. That's just like one I watched on repeat forever.
Okay. Favorite song?
I'm not a big music girl, but I don't know. I like the Beatles, anything from the Beatles.
Okay, if you're going to say the Beatles, you have to tell me from what era of the Beatles at least.
Well, I'm going to have to like Google the Beatles now.
Well, what song? What's the first Beatles song that comes to mind?
Here Comes the Sun.
Okay. That's Abbey Road. That's okay. Favorite work of art?
I'm not really into art, so I can't say I would really have a favorite one.
Do you have a favorite book?
Not necessarily.
Okay. All right. Who do you admire most?
Honestly, I admire most anyone with any time of sobriety, because I think that's just where I'm at right now. And realizing the strength and courage and honesty it takes. So, yeah, all the people that I've met along my journey of sobriety.
Okay. Over the course of your life, and I'm going to say other than your sobriety, over the course of your life, what is an issue with which you have repeatedly struggled?
Definitely anxiety.
Okay. In childhood, who was your celebrity crush?
Ooh, Usher.
Okay. What historical figure would you most like to meet?
Historical figure. I don't know. I just think of Oprah Winfrey, and I know that doesn't qualify.
No, if that's who it is, then that's who it is.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to meet Oprah Winfrey.
I'd like to meet Oprah. It'd be cool to meet Oprah. What natural gift or ability would you most like to possess?
Like, can being invisible be one?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think I'd want to be invisible.
You'd like to be invisible. Well, we're going to have to talk about that. I'm interested in why you'd like to be invisible. But I think it's pretty cool. Why?
Invisible?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Because I think when I was, like, my mom and I, when we always talk, like, it'd be so nice to be a fly on the wall. Mm-hmm. And if I was invisible, I could be a fly on the wall.
Yeah. You wouldn't have to be a fly on the wall. You could just be you in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What do you consider your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement is definitely doing my master's program online while working a full-time job.
What quality do you admire most in a person?
Their honesty, their compassion. I could go on.
No, that's great. What's something you'd like to learn more about?
Something I definitely would like to learn more about codependency. I feel like I'm kind of just on the surface of that. And yeah, on another hand, I'd like to learn more about carpentry, like getting to the point where I can fix more shit around my house.
That's cool. I was back before the big fall and change. I was in the Carpenters Union. That was my gig. What do you wish more people knew about you?
Ooh, I'm like the type of person that doesn't like anyone knowing anything about me. But I wish they knew that I was, more down to earth and approachable.
That's interesting. I think you're approachable.
I do too. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah. What's your idea of success?
My idea of success, well, for a very long time, it was like driven into me, that success looked like the big houses and, the big job titles and all that. But now, for me, success is being happy, with nothing. And once you're happy with nothing, that's all that matters.
I like that. All right, last question. What would you like people to say about you when you're gone?
That I was funny. that I was fun to be around.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been around you in person, but so far it seems like that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That I had strong morals.
Yeah. Well, you care about people. That comes across very clearly, and that's probably what matters most to me about another human being, that they actually care about people and they're kind. All right, there you go. Another episode in the books. Thanks for listening. You can learn more about the show and this episode's guest at thepathtooauthenticity.com. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. Every little bit helps. I want to thank the band Punk Rock Opera, whose music you hear throughout the show. Their songs are used with permission from the artist and under a Creative Commons license. If you're so inclined, check out the Patreon community. As soon as I do these interviews, I upload them to Patreon, where the content is only available to patrons, and for just a couple bucks a month. I usually post audio content there, exclusive audio content, probably 8 times a month, if not more. And as these new episodes are released, as soon as they're done, they're available to patrons. So sometimes that might be 2 weeks before an episode is released, or even longer. Usually it's a few days. Anyway, if you want to support the show, that's a great way to do it. So thanks again for investing your time. It's a big deal to me. Thank you for supporting me and supporting the show. I hope you keep coming back. Be nice.
That's our story. I hope you enjoyed the punk rock opera. We have one last piece of music for you. It goes like this.
Okay, go. break us, we will not fall. We are the bad plans, man, we got our ears pressed to the wall. You wanna take, you wanna break everything that you can't stand. You cannot break us, you cannot make us, we are the Jedi man. Generation, self-made bands, we cut our teeth with bloody hands. The rage has instilled in us, can feed a crowd, give them a rush. Thank you. And good night.